Hello and welcome to something that hasn't happened in a while for me. It's going to be a bit of an unboxing. It was my birthday recently, and because I have awesome friends and an amazing wife, I got some birthday presents, and I figured I'd show some of them off. What we're going to be looking at is some Batman stuff. We've got Deathstroke, the Mr. Freeze starter, and the two objective marker sets we're going to be looking at. And I also added another model, but it's an older model. I got the Reverse Flash TV series model. So this is, I actually have quite a collection of the TV show models. This is TV series Flash, TV series Green Arrow, TV series Spartan John Diggle, TV series Captain Cold, and TV series Heatwave. And so those are going to be the basis of my at least two Batman crews that I'm working towards. Let's just jump right in and start with our starter here. So our starter, the Mr. Freeze crew starter set. I chose this one because it works with these two, and so it seemed a good start. And then I got myself a speedster to go in it. So let's see what comes in this thing. All right, as usual, clamshell. Within the clamshell, you're going to find your unit cards. So in the case of Mr. Freeze, we have Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze, Arkham Knight version. He's our leader. And yeah, I'm not going to go over rules and stuff, mostly because I don't know them very well. But I figured I'd show them off. And then we got our three henchmen, Coldy, Freezy, and Icy. Two of whom have ranged weapons with a freezing spray and freeze laser, and one who has a shovel, which is why his funding is 0, because a shovel doesn't cost money for a game like Batman. Alright, let's go ahead and pull the foam out here and take a look at what we really want to see, the models. These are the second edition models, so they are resin. In the case of the Mr. Freeze starter, it's a blue resin. So here's Mr. Freeze. Just to get an idea here, I'm gonna compare them to one of these metal models. So you can see the non-TV show figures are a bit bigger than the TV show based figures. Even if we look at the henchmen, the mooks, they're a tad bit larger, a little bit taller, more bulky. It's one of the things I actually like about the TV show models, that they're more realistically sized. We've got our pre-textured bases that every Batman figure comes with. It's taken me a while to figure out how I want to paint those. So what I ended up doing, tested it out on these three, is Basalt Gray with Agrax Earthshade, and then a dry brush of Delta Ceramcoat's Mudstone, which is, it's a warm gray. I don't know how else to describe it. I haven't found a paint that is an equivalent of it. I need to, because I've only got so much of this stuff left and I can't find Delta paints out here. I haven't found them since I moved out of Utah. But yeah, they as usual, you're going to need to fill in gaps in the slotted base so that the slotted base melds well with the rest of the pre-textured base. The detail looks pretty good. Here, we'll zoom in a little so you can get a good look at these. Detail looks pretty good for mass-produced resin miniatures. There's going to be some cleanup needs doing, some injection points, things like that. But overall, I'm always pretty happy with Knight models' work for detailing. So these will be fun to clean up, to paint, and to get working on. I did think that maybe there'd be a plastic piece to glue over the faceplate. I think there may have been on the metal Mr. Freeze. It's probably okay if there isn't on the resin one, just because that would just be one extra piece that you could lose, and one more thing to glue on post-painting. Putting things on post-painting is always a bit of a pain, because you got to make sure that it's not going to mess with your carefully completed paint job. So that's our Mr. Freeze starter. So let's push them aside real quick. Take a look at our other figure, which is Deathstroke, the Terminator. I figure just for fun, because he's a cool figure and because he's a free agent, I think I might be able to use him in Brave and the Bold stuff as well, so I can use him as an ally for Green Arrow. So he is a multiverse model, which means he comes with 2 cards. So 1 card, this is his Batman card. So, okay, so his rival is Brave the Bold. So he can't partner with Brave the Bold, so I can't use him with he can't partner up with Ollie to fight the League of Shadows. Anything like that. He's a fairly high reputation free agent, but he doesn't cost any funding, so that's fine. Bow and sword, no guns, but he should be fun to play just because he's Deathstroke. And then in here, this is our DC Multiverse card. So this is the one you can use for playing DC Universe miniature games. So if you want to play with the big heavy hitters in the DC Universe, this is the game you play. This is where you can bring in your Lanterns, Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Shazam, Black Adam, all those really big heavy hitters. The Batman miniature game is more for like street level fighters. There are a few more superpowered individuals in the game, Bane and the Speedsters and that sort of stuff. So I don't know if I'll have any interest in playing the DC Universe stuff, just because it means buying more, and I'm trying to cut back on some of my hobby purchases. So getting into this game is kind of where I gotta stop for a while. But Spencer was really excited to get into it, so I figured I'd expand on what I own. So Deathstroke here is in gray resin, as opposed to blue resin that our cold friends are. Once again, detail looks really nice, real sharp. Gonna have to clean up a few spots. Face mask doesn't have a line in it. A little disappointing. And yeah. Okay, so where were we? All right, we're looking at Deathstroke. Yeah, so gray. It's going to require a little bit of patience to make sure you can get that color difference going on with the blacks and the orange. But yeah, another one that will be fun to paint. We only got 2 pieces of glue on: his arm and his scabbard for his sword that goes on his back. Let's see, is there a... Yep, there's a notch right there for it, so that will make it real easy for assembly. Everything looks like it'll fit pretty well. That should be good. So let's take a look at our objective sets. We have objective set 1 and 2. Each objective set comes with different types of objectives. So we got some Ace Chemicals, some ammo cases, Wayne Enterprises, loot, Riddler markers. But yeah, let's take a look at them. So this one contains two Riddler, 2 medical supplies, a Titan container, which I'm guessing is that one, and contraband objective game marker. Or whichever one is. Maybe that was the medical supplies, and that one, yeah. So let's pop these out. I'm guessing these are also going to be gray resin. We shouldn't have any cards or anything in this one, because it's just going to be pieces. Yep, just pieces for this one. They all have their own individual bases. Their slot of bases, and everything has a slot on it. So it's just gonna slot right in there, and boom, ta-da! Just glues right on there, paint it up, call it good. Everything looks pretty well made. Once again, I have to clean up some of the gates and the connector points. There's some flashing. There's some stuff in the gear there on this Riddler one. So that'll take some cleanup, but as a whole, the casts look good. We're just gonna box that up real quick so I don't lose anything. And objective marker set number 2, because my understanding is with the Batman game, you have different types of objectives you got to go through, and these are the different types of objectives, so it makes it easier to recognize what you got. All of the detail you see on the cover is actually cast onto the pieces, so you got the Ace Chemical markers there. Our Wayne Enterprises bit has the Wayne logo there. And what these ones are is we have 2 Ace Chemicals, 1 loot, 1 ammo crate, 1 Wayne Tech high technology objective markers. This is the Wayne Tech. This one, the money bags, is one of the, this is the loot. Yeah, just loot. It's even got the little $ signs on it. Ammo crates. But yeah, These will be fun to put together. I'm sure they'll look great on the table. The next step, after I've got my crews and everything, is going to be probably terrain. Because Batman, very much like Infinity or Malifaux, is kind of... It's not as terrain heavy, but it's terrain important. And just to get a size comparison with Deathstroke here. There's Deathstroke and there's Oliver Queen. So they're not too far off from each other. Similar height, but Deathstroke's build is definitely bulkier. He's a much bigger person, which I guess is fair. It's Deathstroke, the Terminator, so him being bulky is okay. But yeah, these models are real great looking. Not a whole lot of cleanup needs to be done. The assembly is easy. The biggest issue I ever have with Knight models is the slotted base, because the base is pre-textured, and so if it seems like rather than slots, what you want is pegs that just slide into holes or something, kind of like the Shadespire minis. And these you're gonna have to putty over that just so it blends in, which I've tried to do on mine, and it's hit or miss. But yeah, so thanks for checking this out, this unboxing video for some Knight models, Batman miniature game models. I'm hoping to add a Teen Titans crew to my collection. So I'll run the Teen Titans with Oliver Queen and the Flash and John Diggle, and yeah, we'll and of course Reverse Flash in my Mr. Freeze gang, because he's a free agent, so he can do that. Thanks for checking it out. For more geeky related content, make sure you subscribe to Geek of Spades. Check us out on social media at the links that you should be able to find below, as well as if you're interested, check out our live Twitch and YouTube streams for live painting and occasionally Lego builds and things like that. And in the meantime, everyone have a wonderful time and stay geeky.